So toxic players, it's no secret that a game like Apex definitely has some toxic players in it. If you guys solo queue in this game, then you definitely have experienced some level of toxicity so far in this game, but there's nothing like toxic people on Reddit. There's a reason why I don't really go on Reddit too much, especially when it comes to Apex, because for some reason all of the toxic players are just kind of like centered around Reddit, and they just complain about every single thing there is to complain about when it comes to Apex. But some players have just taken the level of toxicity way too far, because it actually reaches the point now where Apex devs have to respond to people who just are toxic for no kind of reason. And before I even continue with this video, right, I'm some person who always encourages giving the devs criticism, constructive criticism, making your opinions known as well. If you guys think that the devs have done something wrong in some way, or they could even improve something in the game, don't be shy. Always give your comments and stuff. Always talk about what you want to see improved in this game, because at the end of the day, that's the only real way the devs will actually get to know how to improve upon the game. But giving constructive criticism and just being negative, being hateful, and just complaining for no reason, insulting the devs, that's something completely different, right? And I actually see comments just like that sometimes on my videos. People don't really realize when they're doing it, but if you say something like, these devs don't know what the hell they're doing, these devs are dumb, or something like that, that is insulting, that's disrespectful, and it's just not constructive. Don't do it. The devs are people as well. They're humans, guys, and we want to respect them. We want to respect them and have a positive community if we can. That right there is the ultimate goal, to have a positive, to have an uplifting community. And if you go on you just complain and say dumb shit to the devs, that's not a good look for you. It's not a good look for the community, and it's also not gonna get anything done. So please try to be respectful. Now, before we actually get into the video, the gameplay in the background was from one of my streams. It was actually my very last game from this particular stream, and it was really good. We got a lot of kills, lots of really good plays as well, and yeah, it was fun. If you guys want to see me live on Twitch, click the very first link down below. Come say hi to your boy, click the follow button, all of that good stuff. But this gameplay was really fun to get, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it as well. So let's talk. Now, here's what actually took place recently on Reddit. Daniel Klein, who you guys all know as the senior game designer at Respawn, was responding to some fans about toxicity, negativity, insulting comments, all of that stuff from Apex players over on Reddit. So here's how all this started. As you guys know, recently in Apex there were some bundles for the Christmas event, the holiday bash, and if we're being real, those bundles were not very good. It looked kind of bad to have bundles separated with different skins and different weapon skins. So if you wanted to get Loba's weapon skin as well as Loba's skin, they'll basically separate those two items into two different bundles, so you'll have to buy two bundles to get one set. Now, I agree, that's not a very good model. Respawn could have potentially looked at that again and changed it before the Holiday Bash event even came in. I'm not sure if this is EA's fault or Respawn, but if we're being real, right, as a consumer, somebody who pays to get these bundles and stuff, it doesn't look good, and it just seems like a cash grab to me. So basically, in a nutshell, somebody on Reddit was asking if the devs could bring somebody who could talk about these bundles, these pricings and stuff, and just basically clear up what's going on. And here's what Daniel Klein had to say. No offense, but many of the people who make those decisions just don't want to come to Reddit for how they're treated here. It should be clear that it's not in my job description to be here either. I do it because I want to, but I want to be very careful not to make it into an expectation for other devs. So here's what I'm saying, right? It's basically counterproductive to treat the devs a certain way and expect them to actually want to get stuff done for you. The people who actually make these decisions on pricing and stuff, they don't even want to come on Reddit because they fear being treated like shit, and that's not a good look. That's not good. Obviously, we want to be able to have communication with the devs who actually make this game and implement stuff into the game. And if our very own community is kind of pushing them away and making them feel like they don't want to even come on Reddit and talk to you guys, then nothing will get done, and we'll just stay stuck with whatever we have in the game. So as I said before, there is a way to bring across your points in a positive way, in a constructive way, in a respectful way. It's just common decency at this point. I'm sure if some of the people on Reddit even saw these devs in person, they would not talk to them in a certain way. But because they're behind keyboards and they can type whatever they want to type and be as disrespectful as they want to be, they feel kind of comfortable insulting the devs, being dumb, and just kind of hiding behind their usernames on Reddit. So again, guys, if you want to get some stuff done, be constructive, be respectful, and just have some human decency when talking to these devs. Now, Daniel Klein said some more stuff, and this right here has me very worried about how we actually treat our devs. It also has me very upset because this just shouldn't be the case, this shouldn't be happening. But let's take a look at what he said. The constant barrage of negativity and people telling you suck at your job, asking for you to be fired, calling you names, etc. He continued, it will wear you down, and people sometimes have serious psychological trauma when they feel pressure to expose themselves to this negativity, even when they don't feel up to it. Now that's just sad. The devs should not be feeling like this, guys. They shouldn't have to, live in fear of actually going on Reddit and talking to the community. As I said, the community should, make the devs feel welcome, and they should want to talk to us, communicate with us, because that's the only way things will even get done to improve this game. Now, a random person responded to Daniel Klein, and here's what this guy said. Here's what he had to say, and this is why I'm so, upset with even making this video, because at this point, guys, it's kind of just like common sense and having respect, and clearly some people on Reddit just don't have common sense or respect. So here's what this guy said. You're basically saying some people at Respawn have thin skin and would rather avoid player feedback entirely than attempt to be accountable. That's pretty disheartening to read. To the person who actually wrote this, in response to what Daniel Klein just said, you're brain dead, because that's exactly not what he said. What he was basically saying is that Respawn devs don't have to come on Reddit. That's not part of their job. Most of them don't even want to go on Reddit because of the toxic community that is there. And comments like this right here kind of reinforce why it's such a toxic and sad community over on Reddit. So let's keep reading, right? Daniel Klein responded and said, I'm seeing people on getting paid to have insults yelled at them, and I'm here as an extracurricular. No one owes you their time. Which is very true. Most devs who actually control like pricing, bundles, abilities, buffs, all of that kind of stuff, they don't really need to be actively on Reddit to get their job done. They could simply just look at the data in game, the stats and stuff, and choose how they want to buff, nerf, and just change stuff in the game. It's honestly a luxury to have all of those devs talking back to the community and giving feedback and listening to feedback as well. But if the community is being toxic and negative and just calling the devs names, being insulting, being disrespectful, then there's really no reason for the devs to want to even go or touch Reddit. So if you're watching this video right now and you feel offended by me saying that we should not disrespect devs and we should talk to devs in a certain way, have a certain level of respect, then you are most likely somebody who behaves like this over on Reddit, which is not very good, and that needs to change. Constructive criticism is all we need, guys. If you have an issue with something, there's a certain way to bring it across. You can actually even tweet the devs, comment on YouTube videos. You can also go on Reddit, guys, but just be respectful, have some decency, and that's really it. At the end of the day, guys, if you hate Apex so much, if you're so upset with the devs, just go and play a different game. That's all it really boils down to. Like, your life will not end, you will not die if you stop playing Apex. So to end off this video, guys, be respectful when you're talking to devs. If you guys have any concerns, any issues, any problems with this game, bring it across in a constructive way, because that's the only real way to get stuff done, for progress to be made, and for the devs to actually even take you seriously. So with that said, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in some more Apex. Till next time.